Direct observations. Everybody's probably done that in this room. You've observed a session. You were talking before, for example, about letting kids just get on with it. And you've observed that they are happier if you give them the free run than you are if you start saying, oh, you got this kite mark, charter shit, and all the rest of it. We do a lot of observation, especially with young people, in terms of the group dynamics and things like that, and who's bouncing off and who's going to be a leader and who's going to be like a soldier and all the rest of it. So we do a lot of work like that, and that's, again, Bernard doing it this morning with the camera. He's observing how it's going, and we're looking at all your faces, whether who's awake and who's not, when he reviews the camera after an hour to change my spiel accordingly, I'm sure. Forums and discussion groups, I'm using that at the minute. I've made a what we call a WebCT platform, and people who lead all these different sport programs that I showed you in that diagram earlier, the 15 or so programs, they can all have access to that. And it's almost like that corridor we talked about from the very beginning, where all our best ideas and arguments and fights and scrapes happen in the corridor, the things that really progress your schemes. Well, I've made a corridor, an electronic one, and whilst we can't all meet together, if something comes up, people can put that on there. They can be anonymous when they do it, but they have somewhere they can have a moan and groan or pat on the back if they need to, or ask questions about issues relating to their scheme. And that's all valid monitoring information. So, are you going to say something?
So would that not just be, you could just do it as a suggestions box rather than doing it?
You could do it as a
suggestions box.
Yes, it is. It's an electronic one. It's a 2008, they said 7 then, 2008 one. But it is a suggestions box, a discussion box. You can put that up as well, that's useful. I mean, the commercial sector have been using that for decades, haven't they? Suggestion boxes and things. I think even GPs do a suggestion box, don't they? They've been using it for years as well. So, when I asked you this morning to have a project in mind, hopefully what you'll do is start to think, which would be best for me? If I'm working with individuals where they don't like being in group settings, and you probably won't get information off them from group settings, you might ignore this and start doing this. And so, what I'm giving you, and there's a whole range more, this is just some of them, these are probably the easiest ones to kind of use for the schemes that I've been involved with, but what you've got to, no program's the same, obviously. It doesn't matter whether they're in the same demographic area or anything like that. They're all led and managed differently. They've got different people in there. And I think what you've got to treat this is like a shopping list. And if you don't know, then you ask the people who are evaluating to give you some guidance on that. Yeah. Any questions about that?